Good morning, crew. It is 0300 in the morning, fourth watch of the night. Let's get to it. Very little sleep to no sleep again, and that's been happening a lot lately, as you all have seen in prior videos. But you got to keep pushing forward. Building the welding rig, it doesn't give you an opportunity to slow down, and even if it did, you shouldn't take it. There's no time to just stop and take it nice and easy. There's going to be plenty of people telling you to, well, you should quit or you should rest, you should do this or that. Don't listen to them. Whether you're starting welding classes, you're going for this welding job or that welding job, you're starting your own welding rig, there's no time to just sit around. You got to keep pushing forward. You got to keep moving. It don't matter if you're tired. It don't matter if you didn't get any sleep for this reason or that reason. You had to take care of business in the middle of the night. Go take care of business and keep pushing forward. You had to do stuff, filing paperwork throughout the night for the welding rig. Doesn't mean you get to sleep during the day. You have other stuff to do. You got to keep pushing forward. There is no time to stop. There's no time to rest. I've had people that I know for years, different people for years, and they say, well, do this, take a break. Why would you do this? Why would you do that? And they'll give you a hard time. They'll give you any reason to sit around, do nothing, but don't take it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to sit around and do nothing. It's just not worth it at all. You got to keep pushing forward. Do what has to be done. And just when you think that you're doing enough, do more. There's a quote. I'm tired, so if I don't say it quite right, I apologize. But what is it? Weak people do a little work and think they should be winning. Strong people do a lot of work and still wonder if they're doing enough. I think that's how it went. Regardless, if you think you're doing enough, do more. If you've worked 12 hours, work 14. If you work 14, work 16. You work 16, work 18. And some people say, well, how do you know? Well, longest shift I've worked is 22 hours. Longest I've stayed up, I don't know, 4.5, 5 days straight, still working. You got to do what you got to do. Sure, you get maybe a cat nap if you're lucky. I didn't. You eat, you get back to work. You have stuff to do. Now, it's been a while since I've had that 4 or 5 straight days. I don't remember. It's very fuzzy, but I got a lot done. It's just there's no room to stop. There's no room to rest. There's no room to sit around and do nothing. People will be on their phones. People will be watching TV. And people will be glamorizing what it's like to just do nothing all day. And I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm really not sorry. I'm not part of that crowd. I'm not part of that crew. They can have all that. That's not me. And it's like my very best friend. That's not her either. That's not the kind of people that we are. You got to keep pushing forward. You got to keep pushing ahead. If you're in welding school, look up something about a job that even if you don't think you're going to be getting that one, look up something about it. Learn something new. It may come in handy tomorrow. It may come in handy 5 years from now. If you're working a certain job, learn something else about it. You're working on a welding rig, there is no shortage of things to look up, to research, to take care of. There is no room to just sit around and be lazy and push things off. Something can be done now, do it. Something can be done tomorrow, do it today. If something can be done next week, at least start looking it up today. Start thinking about it today. Plan out how the next few months are going to go. Plan out what you're going to do. There's no time to stop. There's no time to slow down. There's two different people that do nothing, people that are go-getters. You got to keep going. You got to push harder and just not stop. Do whatever it takes. Do some push-ups, jumping jacks, pull-ups, run a mile, walk outside, do something, walk in the heat, walk in the cold, whatever it is outside, do it, wake up. There's no time to just sleep in, sun's risen, and the day's shot. If you're a go-getter, it's not allowed. It's unacceptable. If you're a go-getter, you know what I mean. And for those of you all that want to be go-getters, that's what it takes. It's going to hurt. It's going to suck. It's going to burn. Every part of you is going to burn emotionally if you're not used to it. If it's You're not used to being awake for days on end. It's going to burn your eyes. It's going to burn your body. It's going to burn your muscles. If you are used to it, it will still burn, but not as bad. But if you want to be a go-getter, if you want to make big bucks, you want to make big money, that's what you're going to have to do. Unless you, that one in however many million people get the winning lotto ticket and you can be lazy as you want, which still isn't worth it in my opinion, you're not going to get anywhere. But I'm not here making videos to change someone's mind. If it does help someone change their mind, that's perfectly fine. Be a go-getter. Don't be how you used to be. Don't be lazy. Don't be one of those people. There's plenty of those people out there. There's no shortage. But for all the go-getters, keep going. It's not time to stop. It's not time to quit. Straight on till morning. You got to keep pushing hard. Keep pushing. Don't let the little voices around you deter you. Don't let the little voice in the head stop you. Don't let it slow you down. You got to keep pushing forward, and you got to keep going. It's going to get hard. If it's not hard already, it's going to get harder. And once it gets to that point, it's going to get harder yet. And that's just how it is. But if you keep pushing through and you keep succeeding because you put in all the effort, which will pay off, you'll be making those big bucks. You'll be making that big money, and good things are going to happen. It's just how it works. When you put in that much effort, you do things properly, you put in that much time, you're going to make that big bucks. You're going to make that big time money, and it'll be worth it. It's not fun being broke. It's not fun worrying about how you're going to pay for that next welding class, working this job after the next job after the next job, worrying about all your other bills. It's not fun. You got to keep pushing forward. Don't let it slow you down. You got to take every opportunity that comes your way, and you got to do it to the best of your ability. It don't matter how tired you are. You could be working a 12-hour shift and go to your next job. You could be working 8 hours here, go to school, then start your next 4 hours there, and then your next job after that. Then you get to go home and sleep for a couple hours. I've done that. I've been in that exact scenario. I know what it's like. I'm not here just pulling random numbers out and saying, oh, work this many hours, go to school. I've done all this. I know what it's like. I know what it's like being up for days on end. I know what it's like having a 22-hour shift after a 14-hour shift, after 12-hour shifts. I know what it's like. It's not easy, but you got to keep pushing forward. And if someone puts you down, who cares? If someone writes an account to you that you shouldn't be pushing that hard, who cares? Keep pushing harder. It's going to pay off. It will be fructious. It will get you that big time money. It will pay off. It's always worked with people that I know that have pushed that hard. It's been working for me from when I was in welding school to getting the small time welding jobs, to getting big time welding jobs, to being able to now afford buying a welding rig and setting it up. And I'm still doing that same thing, pushing hard, going forward, and that's what you got to do. So keep going, crew. It ain't easy, but you got to keep doing it. There's no way to get around it. You either do it or you're lazy. There's no middle ground. There's no half lazy and half ambitious. If you're half lazy, you're fully lazy. You got to keep going. So that's just what I do, what my very best friend does. That's what we do together. We just keep pushing forward. We work hard, and it's all going to pay off. So that's today's vlog. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next video.